Many Nigerians are asking, who really needs to file? What changes should we expect under the new tax framework? And how can first-time filers stay compliant? Today we're speaking with Mr. Akande, a special advisor to the Lagos Internal Revenue Service Chairman, who breaks down, it's going to break down everything you need to know before submitting your return. So don't be afraid. Mr. Akande, we're going to be talking about that now. And I'm sure before it comes up, Mr. Akande, it's good to have people understand what's going on here. It's good to have you join us in the studio live because I want to know, Nigerians want to know what's going on in the tax space. It seems so unreal for many Nigerians, something they don't do, something that they're used to. So first of all, let's understand, what is this annual tax return and who needs to file it?
Okay. Now, the annual tax reform is actually a constitutional obligation on every citizen of Nigeria that is and other residents of Lagos, because you are reporting to Lagos Internal Revenue Service. It's a subnational obligation. So you are only reporting what you received in the preceding period, that is the calendar year of 2025, from 1st of January to December 31st, 2025. That this is how much I received as income. And perchance, those people that paid me this income have taken out of it, or I have also on my own paid some as advance tax. This is how much I've paid as tax. So I think I have also gone through the new laws and said, or even if it's the old laws, that I think I still owe government X naira. So this is it. Or I owe X naira. I don't have the money now. I want to pay, and then this is how I want to pay to the state. So the tax authority, the state will now say, okay, we have seen what you have sent to us, and we have reviewed it. We think there are three outcomes. You have paid adequately, so you don't need to pay anything again. You understand? Or, no, you still owe government some money. This is how much you owe to government. So pay within 30 days. Or, perchance, I think you have even overpaid. So if you have overpaid, you have this credit. Now, this new law gives you the leverage to decide how you want to use that credit that you have. Unlike before, where the tax authority will tell you, okay, we'll use it to offset your subsequent taxes. You can now decide, I want my money back. I want a refund. So, and the tax authority is bound within 90 days to pay you your money cash. Or, okay, you can say, no, next year, because we all expect to live till next year, that you can use it to offset my subsequent tax.
This brings me to ask this question. You talked about the income from the preceding year.
Yes.
A lot of this just started, and a lot of people don't keep records of maybe income that comes in. Maybe they just get inflows. A lot of people don't just have time to start filing or thinking that someone sent me this amount, someone sent me that amount, or I work for this. They just get money and they spend it, especially in this economy where we live mostly from hand to mouth. So how do we know? You mentioned something about you saying that you determine if they paid too much or they paid too little, or how do you know when they don't probably even know how much they are going to be filing, and how do you determine how much is adequate or how much is too much?
Okay, now the good thing about it is that, because what this new reform is trying to do is to move people from non-compliance to compliance. And then when you keep records, you are not keeping for the tax authority, you are keeping for yourself, because it allows you also to plan. So what we encourage people to do, and if you don't keep records, there's even a small penalty under the law if you don't keep records. So it's advisable that you do, because what you lose is that if perchance you are under the threshold of those people that government says don't pay taxes, you understand? If you don't have a record to demonstrate, the taxman will not know. So the taxman will now use his judgment, his or her judgment. Let me be gender. So his or her judgment to say, because you don't have records, I'm estimating that this is your income for last year. You don't have any choice, and that I'm taking this amount as a presumptive tax from you. But if you keep records, you are likely to say you're not going to pay. But I can tell you honestly that under this new regime, the truth of the matter is this: if you keep proper records, based on the records that we use for 2024 people, the 24 year of assessment, we found out that if we apply the new rates that we have now, over 50% of those people that are in our records will not pay tax.
Okay, you mentioned the presumptive tax now, and that's supposed to cover or capture those in the informal economy, you know, those that can't really say they have a formal job, let's say, per se.
Yeah.
Talking about that and talking about this now, is it those that are working, are they obliged to also file the tax because their taxes are deducted at source before they receive their net income? So are they supposed to file this tax as well?
Every single individual is expected to. Because what we are trying to do is very simple. Your employer that paid you your salaries has filed sometimes in January that I paid Will this amount last year.
Okay.
So you are confirming that before end of March that I received from my employer this amount of money. So it allows the taxman to cross-reference and cross-check whether this information is valid or not. So it helps the system in the sense that now, aside from your employer's income that you earn from, you could have income from other sources, passive income, investment income. You see, you need to declare it and tell the government, this is how much I earn. But like I said, it is the fact that you disclose your income does not mean that you are going to be liable to tax, because it allows you to interrogate the numbers and see if under the law you actually owe government money or not, or you're actually even expecting some refund from government.
So where are they supposed to file these taxes? As in, is there a website, and how user-friendly is it?
We are very user-friendly, so I can tell you this. Form A used to be about a 6-page document. We reduced it to 1. We digitized it. So by 2018, we started a kind of hybrid system that allows people to file manually or file electronically.
Okay.
So by 2021, we crossed over completely.
Okay.
2022, that you can only file electronically.
Digital, okay.
So that's what we have in Lagos, and it is etax.lirs.net. It is very simple. It has a digital assistant that can assist you to take you step by step.
Okay.
If you get stuck, then we have, of course, our call center, and then also we have all our offices where we have help desks to assist taxpayers to complete and file their money at no cost to them. At no cost to them.
Okay, so we just want to know now, are we supposed to file, maybe like say we're working now, are we supposed to file to the federal government or to the state government? People want to know that. And is there a deadline for this filing? Because, and if there's a deadline, if the deadline is missed, are we going to pay that penalty? Because we're still trying to understand this.
No. The challenge we had in the past is that, see, our system was such that it was more of an incentivizing inadvertently people not to comply. Okay. But now it has been flipped 180 degrees under the new law, so that you just need to, if you fail to file, the very first month of not complying is 100,000 naira. And for every subsequent month, it is 50,000 naira. Why do you want to incur that when there are opportunities for you to do it at no cost to you? So now for individuals, their obligation is to file to the state, the subnationals. The only people that file to federal as individuals are the people in the armed forces, police, and then some, in fact, even people in Abuja used to do that before, but now they have an IRS in FCT that takes care of that. So obligation is to the state IRS. And that's why we have created this platform to make it extremely simple and easy for people to do.
So are retirees also obliged to file this? Or?
Everyone. You see, what you are declaring is that and if you are retired, it means you get paid pension. But pension is exempt, you understand? But you disclose it, that this is how much I earn from pension. And perchance, they have also invested, they have rental income, you also disclose that. So, but your pension will not be factored into the calculation of your tax because it is exempt. Okay. It is a zero tax. So, but if you have other income, because it is the income that we are taxing, it is not you. So being a pensioner does not mean that you are not liable to tax if you earn income from other sources aside from your pension income.
Thank you so much. I wish we had more time to break this down, but it's a whole lot to unpack, and I'm sure we'll have more conversations with Nigerians to get enlightened and informed about this. Thank you so much, Mr. Abidin Akande, Special Advisor to the Chairman, Lagos Internal Revenue Service. Thank you for joining us on Business Incorporated.
Thank you for having me well. Thank you.